Tonight, fast-breaking news in the frantic search for missing college student Hannah Graham. Cops have just released brand new surveillance footage from the night the 18-year-old sophomore vanished, showing a mysterious man following Hannah. Who is this unknown male, and does he hold the key to her disappearance? Do you buy the story of the male, and I'll just say the white male because we have two people with two different descriptions, who was caught on tape following Hannah and says, well, I was looking out for her. Do you buy that story? Do you buy that he actually did see her hook up or meet up with another man who has a different description, describes a black man with a goatee and a shaved head? Do you think that for sure the second person exists, or could the first person have made up the second person?
Well, Jane, it's absolutely significant. There's no question about that. If the other person exists, he should be able to be verified in one of two ways. They should be able to find even more surveillance cameras, more surveillance footage that has him in the footage. And or if he is somebody that knew Hannah, they should be able to verify that through one of her friends, if not more.
The saddening part is, why didn't she dial 911? And the even scarier part is, why didn't the guy who was following her, who potentially was a good Samaritan, dial 911? Because would we be in this
that's a good point.
situation?
Tonight's Naked Truth, a young African-American man shot dead by two white cops in Utah. His family says he was shot 6 times in the back and say he's a victim of racial profiling. But cops say 22-year-old Darian Hunt was on the attack, that he lunged at them with a 3-foot sword. Cops say race had absolutely nothing to do with this deadly shooting. Darian's mom says her son was carrying a decorative sword that he bought at a gift shop while he was on his way to a Panda Express restaurant to apply for a job. Cops say they responded to reports of a suspicious man walking around local shops with a samurai sword. Cops insist when they made contact, Darian, quote, brandished the sword and lunged toward the officers, causing them to shoot. But several witnesses claim he was running away from the cops. And his family says an independent autopsy shows Darian was shot 6 times, all from behind. All right, this is firing up on Facebook, Twitter, etc. Let's go to Jackie Turanian in the hashtag hub. What are they saying?
Jane, I've been monitoring the story all day on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and specifically looking at the Darian Hunt hashtag. And let me tell you, people are fired up and really having this conversation online. Let's take a look at some of what people are saying to us. Janae says, if a guy has a toy sword and the cops have a gun, why is it necessary to shoot not once but 6 times? Olivia says, if you think the slaying of Darian Hunt had no racial component, you are willfully blind to reality. We have NYG saying, running away from police does not justify shooting. If that's the case, every episode of Cops would have ended with dead suspects. Hashtag Darian Hunt. Yeah. And last but not least, Devi tells us, we need cameras on cops and neutral third parties investigating cop and citizen shootings. No more cops investigating cops.
That's correct.
Interesting. Jashia North. Tonight, breaking news. Shocking cell phone video catches a Missouri traffic stop gone horribly, and I mean horribly wrong. A 17-year-old kid ended up in a coma. Did a cop go too far when he tased high schooler Bryce Masters for allegedly refusing to get out of the car? You decide.
The police officer is in the clearly dominant position here, right? He has the subject in a car. Presumably, his gun is drawn. Where is the fear for his safety? It's non-existent. Right. Tasing in this situation is completely unacceptable. I was a prosecutor for 13 years. This is not something ever that I would tolerate from an officer working on a case of mine.
The problem is we're going to keep having incidents like this on and on and on in the United States until and unless we force police officers to have shoulder cams so that they can be monitored what they're doing, and suddenly police will start to behave.
You're singing my song. I started hashtag badge cams now, and I should have it every day, because every day it seems that we need to have that sign and get people to get nationwide. Absolutely. Every officer, every squad car, a camera. And I love police officers. I want to say this, because we've been doing a lot of these stories. And the reason we're doing a lot of these stories is that people are videotaping all of these things now, because everybody's a photojournalist who has these cameras. I don't want to come down on cops. I love cops. I want cops in my neighborhood. I want cops to protect me. This isn't about attacking cops. This is about making it better for everyone. If we have badge cams and somebody makes a false accusation against a cop, that'll protect the officer.